to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of Lemmy Champ or Lucky Track Dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough in
Chrissy,
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
we're sure you'll giggle a little.
and learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Mental.
Oh,
and we
good.
are Everyone Racers. Welcome to a weird ass truck thing episode. And get used to this because this is just what it's going to start looking like now. It's episode 416 and the Thyssen Pinschel UR416 is a German armored personnel carrier. Now, it was first introduced in 1969. It's based off the bodies of Mercedes-Benz Unimog light truck. 1965, an armored car version was designed based on the 4x4 Unimog. The UR416 was produced in 1969 only for export. The hull is welded steel up to 9 millimeters thick. The driving position is in the front, and that is also that of a vehicle commander. UR416 is essentially the chassis of U1100 Unimog 416 2.5 ton cross country fitted with an armored body. Spare automotive parts are identical to those used in the truck, and therefore they're available from commercial sources. 8 infantry soldiers can be transported in the back while the engine is in the middle. There is one medium-sized door on each side, but not a rear. Generally, only light machine guns are fitted as armament, but other weapons can be arranged. For example, water cannons, as well as 20 millimeter gun turrets. And when I read this before it started, I was like, what in the actual nonsense is this?
Right?
But I have seen this thing as soon as you click on the picture. No, not in meat space. But if you watch any like European protest video from the 70s, this is what all of the cops responded with. You've seen these things. Look at this. I mean, this guy is on the map, because here's a Spanish police version. And
the Kenyan army currently has 52 of these still in service.
Because they're Unimogs, they're never going to die.
45.
Yeah.
Yes.
They'll outlast the Kenyan army.
I was
for
so
those
excited.
of you that are just simply audio, it looks
Thank you.
as if a Lemons racer tried to make a tank out of a like
Cardboard.
Jeep Grand Cherokee with using cardboard and primer.
It is a very simple. It reminds me of that. You can't find any of them, but the kit car that made your Beetle into a van back in the 70s.
Sure.
It's just
All
like,
of these things.
yeah, slab side,
Like very many angles.
yeah,
Like a
pointy
whole bunch
front.
of pieces
It's
of
form follows function. That's it.
We need
Yeah,
it makes
very
the
German in
cyber
that aspect.
It makes the Cybertruck look elegant.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going that far, because this is
Yeah, no.
because this is Mercedes. Hence, it's
This is
way better
functional.
looking than anything coming out of Tesla right now.
Cybertruck is not functional. This is. That's
Yeah.
the difference.
This
I
thing,
didn't say
honestly, though,
functional.
Why do they
kinda
have
cool.
why is this so many flat surfaces? Like why?
Because it's easy to build. It's
exactly
flat,
weld
flat
metal.
armored steel. On. Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's harder to like make armored steel into shapes.
Got
I
it.
do
Pretty
not-
curves.
I do not own an English wheel.
But also,
I own the
because
German
you use it
vehicle.
as an
Put it
armored
on
vehicle,
flat.
there is something to be said about the simplest of angles allow light bullets and some smaller explosives to easily deflect off of it.
Oh. Okay.
And people.
I would that's kind of what I was thinking. Like,
Mhm.
is that like, push guard, like, can you just mow people over kind of thing? Because it kind of looks like you
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, like the
Sure.
slicer from the Junkman Cometh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Michael K got that joke. He knows that movie.
Good. I'm glad.
Probably
somebody
Al
did.
Jones as well. It
We
was the
did
same guy
not.
that did the original Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, great. I was so happy to find something that wasn't a a Rover 416 or something we've talked about. I was like, what is this? Yeah.
Well done. I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't expect this every week, but maybe we'll find something cool. Okay, let's talk about what you're working on. We're going to jump to Chris because all of us were doing certain things and Chris was not. So one of these things is not like the other.
No, I was
One
home.
of these things.
Well,
don't
you all
belong.
were out
Oh.
racing and stuff. Or actually, none of you were
Gallivanting.
really racing, but they were
No.
at tracks.
No, we were
So-
not.
That's
Oh,
false.
Tim and I actually were.
That's false.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Anyway,
Wait
um,
for it. Okay.
it's fine. No, I went skiing on Saturday because I live in Colorado and that's what you do. And then Sunday was here in Denver. It was 60 degrees here at 7,300 feet, and the sun was out, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I cleaned up the garage a bit, and I worked on our lawn tractor, which is a Ariens 17 horsepower lawn tractor. The rear tires, one of them had a puncture in the sidewall, so I took those off and fit new rear tires in the garage, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. And then sharpened the blades while I had it up in the air. And then I decided to weld a trailer hitch onto the back of it so that we can use the Euroball gooseneck hitch from the Mercedes to be able to put the boat in and out of the shed more easily than having to maneuver it with the big stupid Escalade that doesn't maneuver very well. So yeah, I worked on the lawnmower, including a trailer hitch, and like cleaned the house and stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
Super.
I'm about ready to start working on the Lotus again because second order house products are winding down and I have some parts for it. So it's time to start. And the garage is heated again now. So let's dig in.
Yay.
Yep.
It's great. Awesome.
Great. Problem is, Mental, you got to bring the mic under the table for that to work.
And you should just be angry at
Yeah, that too. Yep. Good.
angry.
Throw your voice. Yep, that's good. Anyway, Tim, what have you been working on?
Well, getting ready for Sonoma. I was judging Sonoma, but I also am the official golf cart distributor for Lemons at Sonoma Raceway. So I went to my old club and borrowed a couple of carts from them.
It's 2:00 in the morning. They don't lock them up very well.
Sure,
Like,
yeah, well, I've got the key still. So, and so they use their trailer. They have this Featherlight aluminum trailer that is deteriorated over time.
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's
And,
almost in the mental realm of condition at this point.
No, because
yeah.
I will try haphazardly to repair it with some wild ass overcomplicated solution that won't work. They're not even doing that.
No,
Okay.
I redecked this trailer in, let's see, 2014, I think it was.
Mhm.
So,
That's still a long time ago.
it was a while ago. So
Yeah.
for a trailer that sits outside. So anyway, I used what I would call non-OSHA approved methods to tie the golf carts down to the trailer. And
What does that even look like?
don't
You don't wanna
ask.
know.
A series
Oh.
of day laborers just sat on the trailer and held onto them pretty tight.
I used some 20-second cement and put it in there. No, it's fine. I used multiple ratchet straps. So we had 2 points of failure and none of it happened. So, but it's a short drive. It's only like 38 miles. So
Oh, it's fine. Nothing can happen in
it
that
was
time.
fine. It
You
was
can
fine.
kill people in
Not-
that time, but
not,
okay, fine.
Not much fell off.
Nobody
So-
died. It's okay.
I got those there nice and early for load in. I helped in load in because load in at Sonoma is always a challenge. Usually we get a ton of people and we'll line them up, line 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got close to that because they had an event prior to us, as they generally do, but not only on the track, but they had an event in the paddock, which they had K-walled off from where the garage area is, and it appeared to be like a bodyguard training or something because they had black SUVs with tinted windows doing an autocross where they were doing lead follow, and the only people that had necks were the instructors. So I'm pretty sure these were all like bodyguards going in doing like hands-on training, and there's like beeping and like fake gunfire and all kinds of stuff going on. So it was cool to watch, but they didn't wrap up until like 5:20. And then the staff had to come in and move all of the fencing, and they didn't remove all the K-wall because they didn't have enough people. So they just moved like breaks in the K-wall, which
giant pain in the ass all weekend.
Yeah, you'd think that they would move those where like the fire lanes are. No, they didn't do that. They left them where the fire lanes were. So we had to like recreate how the paddock should be. So there was a lot of scrambling going on. So that wasn't great.
Wow.
But we got through it. But more on that later. I want to have a little discussion on load in. But then we had race weekend, which was awesome. And got back and got settled in yesterday. My mom and my stepfather, Charlie, they came in on Sunday night. So it's been fun visiting with those guys. And then the last thing is just today is a very happy birthday wish to our very own Dino. So Dean Halter, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Dino.
Birthday, bro, Joe.
It'll be a couple days before you hear this, but on your birthday.
Hope
we
you
said
had a great birthday.
Still there.
Hope your hangover is gone.
Or you're still drunk.
Or you're still going. That's what my thought was.
Yeah, puke and rally. Go for it.
Great.
Right?
Next.
No. Okay. I had nothing to do with the load in. I had to work Thursday, and I departed Thursday evening, got there Friday morning and sat down with the judging staff. Had a great weekend. And you guys, if you're listening to this, you probably had that weekend. I know everyone on the screen has had this weekend, but it was just one of those ones where on Monday, you feel like you did nothing but a core workout all weekend because you just laughed so hard the entire time. Everyone who showed up was really, really great. It was like everyone was just in a good mood. Had a great time doing that. And, as far as like, no more projects and that kind of stuff, as warned, failing miserably on that. So, brought home, and I'm forcing myself not to touch it, but there it is. The, 2011 and 12 University of Washington Formula SAE T23 car. So got that loaded up. More on that as we talk about the race weekend, because while I was there, the advisor just happened to find himself. He was the administrative advisor for the SAE team, and he's looking at the Tojin that made an appearance this weekend, and he kind of catches him purple, and he turns around, he's like, "Oh my God, I know this car." And he asks some questions. They get pointed at me, and I talk to him, and I'm like, "Well, hey, this was just given to me. If you have a connection with this and you want it," he goes, "I do not want this car back. No, I have PTSD from the year of this thing. So no, I don't. No. Good luck.
Great.
I love what you're doing with it. Never need to see it
So
again."
you took it. Okay.
So
I mean, that tracks.
It tracks. Well, not great, but it tracks.
So then just trying to sort through everything, get everything unloaded and that kind of stuff. And then as luck would have, well, not luck. I had gotten tasked with jury duty, and that has happened to me several times. And normally as soon as I fill out the questionnaire, middle-aged white guy, retired military, we're good. We're not going to need you. Not at all. Like I will get almost an instantaneous email that says, "You have not been selected for jury duty." Filled out that one, and they said, no, they said, you will need to text or call us Friday to find out if you need to report. And I received a email Friday afternoon, "You will need to report." So I had to drive all night after the race, get home, get the car unloaded, get cleaned up, and then report to jury duty. Now I've had race hangover. We all had race hangover at work, and we've had race hangover at like family's house or, work trips. Race hangover at jury duty.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
I mean, the
Yeah.
chairs look comfortable.
Yeah, and don't think that I did not do the cross my arms under you there and just straight up, not even being nice about it. Try to catch a few cat naps. And
Yeah.
I'm still on the hook. This is a large trial. There are 450 people that are on this. I had to fill out like a 30-page questionnaire that included
Wow.
all kinds of, has this ever happened to you? Does this ever happen to you? What are your thoughts on
Is
this?
this federal?
And what
Mm.
TV shows and podcasts do you listen to?
Really?
Yes.
Everyone racers, get out.
Right? Seriously.
Get out.
Yeah, totally threw that
We
one on
hate
there.
them.
Wait, who?
Well, and I figured,
On the blacklist, go.
Yeah, either the judge is going to go hell no or hell yeah. I don't know. So, but I'll find out on January 20th whether or not I've been selected.
Oh my God.
That is the earliest I can expect. So it was there most of the day, just filling out the crap. To their credit, the Clark County Courthouse, they've got their feces co-located. They've got this system down, and it was almost like a driver's meeting because they would explain something and someone would raise their hand and then ask a question. They're like, "We literally just told you that answer. Here's that answer again." So I felt bad but yeah, that was what I did. And then, back to work after that, doing the grind, doing the thing.
Yeah, I got noticed to jury duty in Philadelphia in
Federal.
January. Federal. I was like,
He was like,
sorry.
don't live there anymore. Gotta go.
Who's got two thumbs, a fully functional lawn tractor, and ain't going?
Yeah.
Well, we still have some more
Colorado
tires to
driver's
do.
license. That's the
That's
only
what we
thing that
got.
was necessary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot. All right. Well, I was at the race, so I left for the race earlier than most to make sure that I got there on time. So I left on Wednesday. What?
The other race. You were at the other race. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Went to Atlanta. Got there Wednesday night and got up Thursday. Took B Train and Janice to the track, and we'll talk more about the Atlanta race in a little while. But that's where I was. Got back late Sunday night and been here. So trying to get back in the grind. You know how it goes. Just like it's like one of those. Every time you do these things, you're like, I only plan all the way up to the race, and I leave, and I come back, and I was like, what do I even need to do here? So, yeah, just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay,
Nice.
news. I know, son. Let's go.
Well, fortunately, we can count on one track living on for a very long time, and that is VIR. Yep. Stephen Edelstein at The Drive tells us that the track operator now owns the land that it sits on and plans to keep it that way forever. Since VIR reopened in 2000, owners have controlled the track and facilities, but not the land that they sit on. It was operated on a 100-year lease with the property owners, the Foot family. And last month, VIR announced that it had acquired full ownership of the land it operates on. That gives them total control of the track's future while also creating more flexibility for growth. VIR can now live in perpetuity, Connie Neilholm said, CEO and co-owner of the track. Now everything really is ours. We're excited to chart VIR's future. When they didn't actually own the land, they were limited on what they could do to the buildings, and now they own it all. They can control how buildings are renovated and even expand as they see fit. We're happy to bring you a very pleasant and happy story about a racetrack living on rather than one about another closure.
Rock on.
VIR. Hell yeah.
Stays.
Hell yeah.
Ice cream in the rain for generations.
Hell yeah.
Just have races that are not in July in Virginia or August or whenever it was.
Hell yeah.
I mean, talk about a race that we laughed the whole time. We're serious.
So many crunches.
Anyway, this week in Waymo taxi news, woman gives birth in back of Waymo. Jalopnik's story says that apparently she was on the way to the hospital when birth timing quickened and had her baby in the back. Of course, Waymo is calling this a win, as drivers are usually erratic and unsafe when there's a woman in labor in the back. Waymo rider support team detected unusual, air quotes, unusual activity inside the robo-taxi, which is certainly one way to describe what's going on here. Support called 911, but it didn't matter because they didn't get to them before they got to the hospital. Waymo gave the following statement to the NBC News KRLD. WRON4 and other media outlets, we're proud to be a trusted ride for moments big and small, serving riders from just seconds old to many years young. We wish the new family all the best, and we look forward to safely getting them where they're going through many of life's events. Additionally, Waymo said that it was immediately removed. They immediately removed the vehicle from service for cleaning. I take that as a given, but it's nice that they confirmed that.
There's this pink thing on the floor.
Ew, this stain is not good.
Is that a Twizzler?
Too chewy. All right.
Okay, let's go on.
Here's a new way to highlight safety when trains repeatedly speed and kill people. Make a float making fun of this and enter it in a Christmas parade. Ryan Eric King from Jalopnik tells us about a group of people that made a large float to highlight America's deadliest train line, a clip with a large lit sign that said, "Grandma got run over by a bright line."
Oh, man. How
Along
has
with
no one in
people.
Lemon's done this yet?
Oh,
What? You should all
Wow.
be disappointed with yourselves.
Yeah.
Very
So
excellent.
people
Yep.
people holding signs that said trains may exceed 80 miles an hour. And yes, the train-themed float did win a pair of awards at the VA&A Stewart Christmas Parade, the Judge's Choice Award and the Large Float Classic Christmas Award. Now, despite the praise from the judges, WPEC reported that some people found the float to be offensive because of the train's fatal incidents. The float was created by Philip DeBeard Family Foundation, a community nonprofit honoring the memory of a local personal injury attorney. His son, Philip DeBeard IV, said in a release, "We wanted to create something fun, memorable, and unmistakably Florida. The response has been overwhelming. Seeing our float make people laugh while also raising awareness around train safety has been incredibly rewarding." For context, according to WLRN, the company's trains have struck and killed 194 people since testing began in 2017. The leading cause of these deaths is a lack of grade separation and fencing separating the public from live tracks. So it seems like the poke at the issue is valid, even if it's not funny, but it's funny.
Right?
Seriously, people, don't go in front of trains. How dumb can you be?
Dumb
I call this
ways
natural
to
selection.
die.
Yeah.
Natural selection at work.
Yeah.
Just,
But
just, yeah.
also, if the, 12, okay, maybe people are being dumb. 154, maybe you should take some
All right,
measures.
there's a problem.
Yeah.
Also, it's in Florida. You have to assume the
Right.
lowest possible common denominator that one can ever possibly assume.
Right.
Florida.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know the route of this train, they basically just installed train tracks and reused in some areas through the most populated areas of Florida. They were like, where are all the people? Let's just put a really high-speed train right through all of it and hope for the best. Didn't work.
Yeah. Miami, Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, West Palm Beach, and Orlando. Yeah. Not smart.
But at least people think somebody thought it was funny.
I agree. I think it's funny. Stop killing people.
What?
Hey, before we get to racing junk, I have a news flash.
Okay.
The old Alante, not the new Alante, the old Alante, Corey Dickman's Alante that got purchased by this guy Eric, and he's been racing it and blew the engine up on Sunday, the North Star, and it is up for sale.
On Racing Junk?
$1,200 on the Lemons Forum, not on Racing Junk.
Ooh, Corey Dickman cage for only $1,200. That is a bargain at twice the price.
Yep. So
We will have a link to
is-
that in our show notes.
it is one of the few cars that Corey Dickman has said, man, I really regret selling that car.
Wow.
Super
That's
cool ride.
saying something.
Mhm.
Okay.
So there you
As
go.
opposed to the 411, which he doesn't regret giving away at all.
I feel
Or
like
the El
we should-
Camino, which he can't wait to give away. So
All right. Sweet.
I feel
Tim
like that's
will
probably-
post that in our notes. We'll make
probably
sure we get
more
it.
exciting than this racing junk that I found.
A little bit. This isn't a bad deal. This is not a bad deal. It's a bad
No, it's a good
ad.
deal.
It's a bad ad, is
It's
what
a
it
cool
is.
car.
I'm still not sure I understand the ad, actually.
But we're always here to talk about a cool car on Racing Junk. And if you're interested, you probably want to get a little more information from them. But it's an FC RX-7, $1,800. And that is everything except the engine. If you want the engine, it's going to cost you $3,100, runs and drives. It's
And
going to
you
need the
don't
carb
want
tube,
that
which
engine,
there shouldn't
frankly.
be a carb.
You don't want that engine
You don't.
at all. A
You don't.
carbureted 13B you do not want.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
Especially when an RX-7 has the world's best engine bay for motor swaps.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're already equipped for that because it comes with a 22-gallon fuel-safe fuel cell. It's got a full cage, got a cool suit, racing bit exhaust. Does have the Weber downdraft car, but again, lame ad. It's in Alameda. It's $1,800, but and this is not a knock on Racing Junk. It isn't. It is a knock on this ad.
Quite.
You know what? Just get the Elante. Just buy the Elante. Get the
Which is
Elante.
also close to Alameda.
Exactly. Way better car.
You could have a 2-car racing team with so many interchangeable parts. Well, actually, if you do it right, you put a Cadillac 4.5 liter into the RX-7, and that is a C-class car.
I was going to go with a North Star in the RX-7, and or is that the same thing?
No, the North Star is the 300 horsepower and more modern version. I was thinking the old throttle body injected 4.5 that everyone hates on. That's a Class C car all day.
I'm a North Star. I'm inclined to leave
Even
them in
that
Class
too.
C.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's not awesome, but it is the end of the year.
Upgrade races.
Yeah, we don't have any.
Nope.
Nothing. Zero.
Not for a while. But
That's
let's
the
talk
end of
about. We have so many racing results. So many.
So many.
Well, let's start on the west side.
This is the west side, yo. The west side.
Sonoma, California.
West Side.
Whoop. Class A overall, the Boiling Hassenpfeffers in their 01 GTI. These guys finally didn't step on their wieners too many times and pulled it off. Congratulations. Class B went to the almost average Mini Cooper, who had a fairly clean race, except for crashing into the number 51 car on Saturday. The Class C went to 605. Pink is a theme in their hella nasty, disgusting O2 Camry.
Manual Camry. But
Manual. El Manuel.
And I do think they painted it with dirty socks and a can of pink paint.
I think it's the marking paint you use for a field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great team. Great team. Just you don't want to touch that car too much.
Mm-mm.
True C class.
I got screwed. Went to number 375, Salish C EV. The heroic.
Bit of a background on that one. They bought this
Yeah.
car. The shipper kind of jerked them around. They had to go to the yard. It was supposed to be there early in the week. It got there Friday. They were scrambling to get it all done, get it all sorted. They had to buy an entire fire suppression system because the bottles expired and the system didn't work with the one that they could get. So they had to buy all the stuff on there. They put it on there. They don't even get onto the track until Sunday, where it promptly caught fire and caused a black flag all.
Oh.
What was it? It's an EV, but what?
Oh, no, it wasn't an EV. The team's just called EV. It was an MR2.
Yeah.
Okay.
The heroic and also pretty screwed went to Sorry for Party Racing in the Chevy Love number 124. They blew a motor on Saturday, causing a
black flag all.
Black flag all.
Go big or go home, boys.
Which was the motor and I gave them a motor and a transmission to put in that car that was sitting on my porch for 2 years. So that hella blew up.
Storage place.
It threw a rod out of the side of the block so hard it destroyed the starter.
Nice.
Destroyed the starter. So they went to Harbor Freight. I'm sorry, they went to Corey Dickman's house, who happens to have a
Corey lives at Harbor Freight now. That tracks.
it's hard to distinguish the two.
Yeah.
So they go to Corey's house to get the other LE5 motor, aka Solstice motor, that's on Corey's porch that I sold to Rich, along with the AR5 transmission that came out of the wrecked WAP.
It's a lot of incestuous stuff going on there. Yeah.
Corey's engine hoist gave up the ghost. So the pumpy no longer pumpy. So they run to Harbor Freight before they close. They buy a new engine, an engine stand or engine hoist, put it together in the parking lot in like the worst neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like
this
awful.
neighborhood is so bad. Everyone in Sacramento knows it. And there's a video of Dave allegedly like literally sitting on the sidewalk, and you could hear like the hookers kind of catcalling him.
No. I'm not surprised, but
bad.
amazed.
So bad. Like more tense than cars in the parking lot. And so they get the car put back together by like 1:00 that night. They go out, they take the green flag. Cars are running great, and then it starts having shift problems. They realize that the shifter boot that isn't attached to anything to keep the dust out got like sucked into the shift gate. So they took that out, and they thought everything was good and hunky dory, and then the transmission completely failed. So while they had a heroic fix, they also had a hella screwed.
So we call it heroic screwed.
Oh,
The heroic
that's sad.
screwed. The special award was the Heartbeat of Sonoma in the number 75 Mo Money, Mo Problems in their 2003 Chevy full-size
No.
Silverado.
No.
We
yes.
saw this on the entry list, and we're like, all right, where are we going to class them? You know,
Yeah.
because it could be anything. It could
Is
be
it
like super
like
heli
normal-
cheaty.
Was
It
it
could be a
lower?
body swap. Nope. Straight up truck, 4.5 liter,
Oh God.
automatic. They put a
Two-wheel
mower in the
drive.
back, hence the Mo Money.
Wow.
Rookie team, great guys.
Wow.
Standard cab, short wheelbase. It looked spectacular driving around the racetrack.
So good.
Huh.
You swore that somebody just like made a wrong, like the Tesla that made the wrong turn out on the race and was driving around. Like it was
Yeah.
white. It was white with numbers, and that was it. It was
Well, that's
just
like what we did with the Ombre
clean.
back in the day. It
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
white truck
Great.
with a stake bed,
Steak
and
bed, yeah.
like
Some
rakes
numbers on
and
the stake
shovels
bed.
and stuff in the back.
This one had a
amazing.
mower that they were
Uh-huh.
like, mounted in the back, and it was like very, very well mounted because it wasn't going anywhere. We were telling them that needs to be a spoiler next year. Yeah.
It was
They-
awesome.
So they came with they had a rebuilt transmission that they just installed. They came with a spare transmission. The transmission, which had a certification rebuilt in America sticker on it, gave up to go Saturday. They spent all night swapping it in, and then Sunday the new rebuilt transmission. Nope,
Just didn't, or did it
Yeah.
work for a while and then went?
worked for a very, very short
I mean,
while.
welcome to 4L60 life. So
Yeah, I
Minutes.
think that was
It
the
worked-
joke.
It worked for
Everyone was like,
minutes, not hours.
Yeah, or L60. We hope they come back. They were awesome.
They were great. Judge's choice went to the 621 Wieners Gone Mobile team in their 96 VW Golf. They had a little cart that they were towing behind their pit vehicle.
Like a little
They had-
110 ATV.
Yeah, they had the little paper hats on, and they were handing out hot dogs with relish and mustard, and they gave out 196 hot dogs over the course of the weekend. It was
Enough.
awesome. They were great. They had the Whataburger like cup screwed to the top of the race car, and everyone was like, "Hey, you got something?" Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
It was
The
great.
car was really, really slow, and they were all kind of young and a little bit shy. But both days, unprompted, they drove out to the gate to make sure that the gate people had their fix for hot dogs. Get your wiener fix. And and then they got really smart, and they put up a tip jar and collected all of that for the Lemons of Love charity. So here they are.
Yeah, they raised over $100 for Lemons of Love.
Yeah. What a great crew.
Excellent.
Wow.
Org Choice went to Baby Carlos Cantina in their 01 Accord. Great group of guys. I think Oakland, right? Oakland firemen.
Yes, they're all Oakland firemen. This was their second race.
Yeah.
The first race they made 4 laps.
Yeah. They are terrible, but we love them anyway. I doubt they'll listen to this because, I don't think they do anything to actually improve. But don't ever stop being you, Bubby. I love you.
They took the checker both days, which was nice. And then they also brought us like
nice.
really good carne asada.
They did. Yeah.
Excellent.
HMG went to 686 GM Besties and their 86 E30. Mental, you want to chat about that for a sec?
Yeah. Super lame car. Great team. They were dressed as Buddhist monks. And they spent the entire weekend. If they were not in driving suits, they were in their monk outfits, and they were walking around, blessing the paddock, dispersing
giant
wisdom.
Clumps of sage burning.
They had sage burning everywhere. They had sage burning in their race car to where they thought it was on fire. They were doing everything. And the discussion came about this is a really good team and they're doing really, really well and they're owning it. And there was some competition for HMG because you had the aforementioned Wiener Kids. They didn't come out of costume. Of course, you had the Transmero folks with the Rambler and they were doing Creepy Uncle and Creepy Aunt and they were great.
Chris and his crew with the chickens from Canada. They were awesome.
Oh my God. So great. And they kept bringing us he would walk around while the track was hot and offer everyone shots of maple syrup in shot cups. And then as soon as the track went cold, he was doing it with Fireball.
He bought a gallon, like a metal gallon container of Fireball that he was making Fireball slushies out of. I think he would have won HMG if he had not done that.
If it hadn't been Fireball, like bourbon, sure.
Yeah.
Come on, anything.
No.
Bourbon and maple syrup together is actually delicious.
Right.
Yeah. And well, they also made maple syrup slushies for people who wanted it unleaded. But the discussion was, are we going to offend, people who practice Buddhism? And so we didn't want to highlight that. And they went and had a conversation with, look, you guys are doing great, but we don't want to upset. And one of the guys goes, oh no, I am actually studying to be a Buddhist monk. That's when we noticed the parallels between Buddhism and racing. So we decided on this theme. So, if you're offended, you just hate people who practice Buddhism.
Yeah. Shame on you. And then the IOE went to the 969, the Fanchero, which is a 62 Ranchero, where they actually put a lawnmower engine in the bed of the truck and hooked up a giant skirt underneath the car and basically turned themselves into a fan car, creating more downforce than they ever need because the car is hella terrible.
Wow.
This was their second race ever. It is a true bone stock 160 6-cylinder, 3 on the tree with a Tesla steering wheel. And when they went to Kent, Washington, they had to stop and change the rear end on the way up, change the rear end during the race, and then stop at Pagel's place on the way home and get another rear end, which is where Pagel taught them into making a Chaparral sucker fan out of this car. And they thought, yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do that.
They were sandblasting the inside of the bed with all the crap they were picking up off the track and the exhaust on it. And these kids are so great.
Wow.
My favorite part about the skirt that they made was that every time they drove like down the garage lane, you're not supposed to run extension cords from the garage across the fire lane. They would come through with the skirt and just mangle everybody's extension cords.
Anything that's in their way.
Totally.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. How many times I have to tell you keep those extension cords out of the fire lane?
I'm just going to eat them.
I'm just going to keep black flagging that team and we're going to destroy those things.
One addendum, because I was copying this off the notes that Judge Tom did. The pickup truck guys actually went home And I think we had to give an award, instead of giving the award to them, we gave it to the 18-wheelers. These guys were all, English is not their first language. They were all from like Russia and Eastern Europe. And they showed up with an honest to God, never titled, born a race car, 1981 Dodge Charger. It was sponsored by
2.2 liter.
Yeah, 2.2 liter. Sponsored by Dodge Direct Connect, where you could get parts. They almost had to pack it in Friday because they were on practice and they bent one of the suspension pieces. Unavailable. Can I get it anywhere? Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
These guys,
they were
these
also
guys were
so
great,
terrible.
but not elite.
Yeah,
100% not elite.
They did three up penalties both days. And but they did them, like leaned into them. We made them take their tires and go watch the race because they had cold tires, and they thought that was funny, and they were laughing and bouncing the tires as they went up there. And then I forget, what did we do to them on Sunday? I forget what it was, but it was another one of the classics, and they just hardcore leaned into it.
That was the wrap them to the roof of the car and apologize.
That's what it was.
Now, my favorite part about this story is the guy, he's got a giant logo on the side of the race car, which is, he is a car hauling company, like Russian guy, car hauling company, kind of checks out, right? Yeah. So all of the guys on his team are his employees. So most of them drive. Did not know that. Yeah. Most of them drive these car carriers for a living. And yeah, so many penalties. Also checks out.
Meanwhile, across the nation,
on the other coast,
sure. Okay. Here are the Atlanta updates, race results. So I am going to read off this. This is from Judge B Train. I was not privy to most of the race because I was holed up in HQ, far, far away from all of the racing.
Were you at least warm? Because Sunday got down to the 30s.
So warm. It was great. Good. We'll talk about that in a little while.
Tim and I were freezing.
Yeah, I know. I was warm. Everybody else, 99% of the people, pretty much 99% of the people. Oh, except for whoever's in the, so David was in the tower. Yeah. And that's about it. So David and Stephanie were in the tower. Janice and I were in HQ, and we were the only people that were warm. Only people ever. Anyway, we'll get there soon. Class A overall went to 136, not done yet in an E36. The Chester Cheaters were leading the race for the first time ever, and they got a flat tire that lost their 3-lap lead. Not done yet, past them in the last hour. There were 3 cars on the lead lap for a while. Class B went to an HHR, and they were just getting it done. They were pulling away from cars on the straight and wheeled it like pros. They probably may have finished in the top 10. Class C went to junk mail in a Subaru Legacy right-hand drive former mail vehicle, absolutely crusty, but got it done. Heroic fix went to the Ronan Brothers performance in the Dodge Avenger. Everybody's so excited about this. First Lemons Avenger, it was labeled the Dodge Anger. Blew motor after 123 laps. So what they did, what a rookie team would, got a new engine, rebuild it, ran all day Sunday. It did very well. I got screwed, went to, I shit you not, in a Cobalt. So they blew a newer replacement motor in testing while breaking it in under 6,000 RPMs. Drove 5 hours round trip to get a brand new block, rebuilt it all night, took green flag on Saturday, thought they were blowing, they thought they were blowing leftover oil out of the exhaust. Turns out that was new oil. When they put the new oil filter in, part of it got crushed instead of seating and got set down a James Bond smoke screen for a couple laps. Therefore, before the new engine exited the chat. Good news, the new engine was under warranty. Also, number 57 BMW for Burp Racing, who was parked next to them and running second overall, said, why don't you drive our car on Sunday? And then they did.
Aww.
Yes, the Kim Scrotium 500 award goes to the Chrysler Fifth Avenue and the 1982 Austin Metro, which was rethemed as a Scrotium.
Oh, I want to hear more.
Oh my gosh. So they all came to tech with elephantitis of testicles. Like Randy from South Park, where he rode them like a bouncy ball. So they had bouncy balls looking like testicles. They were the most scrotium level all weekend. Kim Harmon approved. They had 3D testicles, keychains printed and given out. I actually happened to walk through testing, so they all had wheelbarrows and they were throwing their testicles in the wheelbarrows. Pretty funny.
It's
Special
fantastic.
award went to the Baja Massachusetts Award. So this is a 555 Baja Banditos in a Subaru Baja. They drove from Boston to Atlanta with a Subaru Baja. Replaced bearings. So we actually knew these guys, talked to them a bunch. The axle nut failed, took their brand new bearing. They do Adele's Subaru things. They left before the awards, but they did some work and helped Janice. So Janice took the award, which is like not really legal, but we stopped her. We said, we're going to take it. And then she actually found them in the airport and gave them the award in the airport. So, and I can talk a little bit more about that. But anyway, they basically took something from her for her that she couldn't not check in to fly. So basically she wasn't checking a bag. She needed to send something. It was peanut butter. We got from the judges and she really wanted this peanut butter. And so basically she sent this peanut butter in a box with these guys to trek it back on the road, back to Massachusetts. She met them on the side of the road on 84 in Connecticut to get said peanut butter. But since they said that they would do this for her, actually they're going to use it for next year's Loudon bribe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they probably shouldn't have won. But since we had a whole connection with them, we basically said we're gonna handle it. So
it's good to know people.
Occasionally, yes, and especially when those people are occasionally have some power and ask you to smuggle things over the border. It worked, so it was good. Judge's choice went to definitely not a chop shop in a Ford Crown Vic. Their team name was a joke idea that stuck. One of their team members played Revelry Saturday morning over the PA. It was amazing. Did it again on Sunday.
I saw that. B-Train posted that.
Rick rolled
it was
the
great.
It was good.
Great.
She was awesome. She came up to HQ a couple times, and she was like, I play the trumpet like pretty well. If you want me to do something or, just ask me. And I was like, go talk to that guy named Eric Root down there and go figure out what you can do. And so they were a great team. Organized choice went to Hillbilly Horsepower in a Ford Crown Vic. Yes. They are a rookie team. They made mistakes on Saturday, wound up singing Christmas carols for Chrissy and Janice Owen in HQ. They got their car. They got their car and started building it on Sunday before the race. They had a few tech items and still made it on track on Saturday morning. They still found time to theme the car by hand painting a Wonder Bread theme.
Ooh.
Well done.
HMG went to Hornet's Nest Racing in a Honda Accord. So Randy is a character from I Shit You Not Racing. Hornet's Nest got hit by him at a previous race and he denied any wrongdoing. They took it in stride and the entire team, women included, went as Randy. The real Randy was delighted to the attention and they all wore mullet wigs and trucker hats all weekend, like all weekend. And they were like, are you the real Randy? Are you the real Randy? And yeah, they kept going back and forth. They thought they were hilarious. So you had to give them something. And then IOE went to Move Over Motorsports in a E300 diesel. And it was a non-turbo diesel that finished 34th overall. Yep.
One fuel stop a day at most, probably for that.
Probably.
Yeah. A weekend, probably.
Right.
Yep.
All right. And with their last race of the season, Lucky Dog was at Barber. Saturday, let's do Saturday's winner, was Team Battle Ready Racing in A, and they were a lap up on Flying Moose. In B, they were fifth overall on Second Thought, was winner of B class, 4 laps up on Black Magic Motorsports. Number 170, which that's actually Darren's team, Darren and Drew. So,
Okay.
Great. Sunday.
Good on you.
Sunday, the overall winner was J3T Motorsports in A. They were on the same lap, only 37 seconds ahead of Chattanooga Tourenwagen.
Wow.
B class winner was in 6th overall, Gorilla Sticker 517, and they were 27 seconds only on the same lap ahead of Dirty 30 in B.
Wow, well done.
Close racing
That's
on
exciting.
Sunday at Lucky Dog.
Okay. Great. It's listener feedback time.
So, well, I just scrolled over something stupid. On the YouTube, Mark Peacock said, "Thank you, Mental, for the bearing reminder for turn 11. I decided to recheck them after test day, and guess what? Had to change both front knuckles, got it on track 5 minutes before the green flag.
Wow.
Also, someone rolled off of 11 exactly the way you predicted. I wish I had been wrong. I did see that rollover. It was a bit harrowing. We were happy to hear that the driver was fine."
Okay. And AJ said, LJ said, I forgot to set my F1 picks on like the third race of the season, got mad and never set my lineup again because the website is goofy. Congrats on beating me, Chrissy. Well earned.
That sounds like a whole lot of Ricer excuses for me. Like virtual.
forgot.
Yeah, seriously, like fantasy Ricer excuses. Lame.
You won because I forgot to start playing.
And Michael K said, "I am the same way as our hand pup wielding host for plumbing now. I just buy 1 to 3 more than anything I need of everything that I know the project needs, and then probably 6 emergency type fittings. The second trip is to the far superior to Home Depot Menards, is returning half of what I bought. That system is far more sanity preserving to cursing what you forgot more than once, even if the time spent might be similar."
He's not lying. Menards is awesome.
Amen. Yeah. And on the Facebooks, our video of the crew playing dildo darts, Ron Music said, "Well, at least it's a Focus."
How did that game come to fruition?
So we had the
Wonder Bread team. Yeah.
The standard fog delay on Sunday morning, and the layout of Sonoma more than anywhere else. You can get them all, get everybody gridded up, and then you just open the grid because now everybody's there by their cars, and everybody just comes walking down, and it's the world's most awesome cars and coffee, and everyone chills. We can clear the grid and make the track green in 10 minutes. So everyone just comes and hangs out, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were hanging out, just playing some dildo darts. You know how it goes.
So they had a Blunder Bread theme instead of Wonder Bread, which was awesome.
Yeah, give me a second here, and I will. Yeah, we have the video.
Like people on the screen aren't used to dildo throwing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's our guy Quincy. Yeah, they're just arcing her up.
So Quincy, I don't know if it was before this video or after, stripped down to his tighty whities with his helmet on and was running around the hot pit during the Cars and Coffee with his girlfriend that had a giant mustache on, reenacting the "I'm on fire" scene from Ricky Bobby.
Okay.
Like in front of everyone. There
are hundreds of people down there, and it was so good. It was, the timing
I will
was
say
awesome.
this.
Wow.
No one needs to do a Talladega Nights theme ever again after that performance on Sunday morning. Because
nobody needs to anyway.
You will always fail.
That's probably on one of those lists that you just like, just don't bother.
He did mostly his shtick for the weekend though, is he was Jean Girard. He didn't do the Ricky Bobby theme. He went Jean Girard, which is a little twist. So good on you.
Yeah. Well played.
Okay.
All right. Hey, do you know who probably also buys 6 more than she needs when she goes to Menards?
Probably would.
Also, and because she didn't win, forgot to make her picks like the first race of the F1 Fantasy League as well. But didn't make excuses about it, Al.
About why they didn't win and why I beat them. Okay. I buy it. Okay. All right. We have a lot to talk about. Main time. Okay. You guys want to go first?
Sure.
Y'all.
Now, Tim touched on this, but the talk about the delay on Thursday.
Yeah, so talked a little bit about kind of load in, and Sonoma's always been a little tricky when they have a customer prior to.
They do not understand that setup and tear down take time. So they just put organizations.
And
right
for what,
back to back.
141 cars, no big deal at all,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and
we got
I've got comments on that for Sunday night because Tim was already gone. And while I'm loading up, here comes Skip Barber pulling out their Mustang, setting up. We're not even gone yet.
Okay.
They got no setup time.
Yep. So in the effort to try to create some sort of organization, because first of all, now that Sonoma's doing basically autocross and drifting in the paddock, all of the lane lines are gone. They're just rubbered over. So you have no idea unless you like are standing on it as a human. Like you can't see it in your car, like where you're supposed to stage your vehicle.
And you're talking about the lane lines, the 20x40 section.
The 20x40s,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And like fire lanes, like the red lines are gone too. Like all of it's just missing. So, and we don't have time to go down and cone, nor do we have the cones to go and do that sort of thing or throw chalk or any of that other stuff down. So we were like, all right, the best course of action is to split this into 3 sections. Section where the garages are, the section just on the other side of the K-wall that they left up, which we called parking lot B, and then the section behind the grandstand, which was section C. So what we did is we sent 5 cars at a time down the hill to talk to one of the staff members and said, where would you like to go? A, B, or do you have a garage? If people had a garage, we actually sent them early. We had access to the garage area because the bodyguards were still doing stuff in B and C, but A was open. So we sent people in the garages. But if you have a garage, you're not going to show up at 3:00 on Thursday because you have a garage.
You don't need to
have
claim
to.
space. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that it wasn't as effective as we had hoped, but so we gave them the option of where do you want to go, A, B, or C. But once we got them there, the staff was trying to direct them to park in these certain spots and then try to give them some guidelines as to like, here's how big of a space you can go out to. So the tricky part is, and this is where I'd love to hear everybody's opinion on this, as a racer too, that gets there early on Thursday, if you've got a multi-car team, like, of course you're going to want to be together. Right. So, but that makes staging people really tricky because now as a staff member that's trying to make 20x40 spaces, like how many spaces do you need? And now I've got it just filling those rows is tricky as you've got these, giant vehicles coming in and trying to get them in there. So I like the concept of the kind of assigned staging, like here, you're up next, you go here. But I also am a little bit sensitive to the people that are like, hey man, I got here like 4th, like I should be able to park where I want to park. Right. So a little sidebar. I'd love to hear fellow racers. What are your opinions? And then those of you listening in the doodly doo, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think most of the time, if you have multi-car team, you're coming in and saying, I need 3 of those spots, and you figure out what you're going to do. I mean, also we're fairly respective and respectful. That's the word I'm looking for. We're respectful and know that we don't bring big rigs. So there's that. I mean, that's the problem is you've got people that
3 p.m. traveling circus and roadshow isn't exactly small, but
we don't bring actual big rigs.
True.
Like trucks that like tractor trailers that are beyond the 20x40. And then you're supposed to, then they say, well, where are you going to put your car? Well, I don't know. And they just pull in anyway. So like there are people that are not, that they don't respect the rules and abuse the rules that make other people suffer. But
now, is it against the rules to bring one of those giant Because if I had one, I would totally bring it.
No. But it's
not if you can fit it in a 20x40.
That's the problem, is that like
But
you know that you're not going to. And so you're already abusing the rule when you come in because you know the thing is longer than 40. And so you're like, well, that's not helpful. I think
I mean, so it's like most larger RVs are. Like Greg's RV is 42 feet long, plus the trailer, for example.
yes.
Yeah.
But I think there has to be something about if you're there you're the first person there at 8 a.m., you should be able to pick where you're supposed to go. At least stake your claim for your car or your team's cars. I think that's fair.
Any other thoughts?
I think
I don't disagree that the challenge becomes, depending on where you choose, it makes everyone's life harder in getting their vehicles in. Like as things fill up, like you can have spaces available that you can't actually get people into because you can't get your rig around the corner because the fire lanes are a certain size. So it's tricky in how it comes together. So I think it's, I can see both sides totally, and I don't know what the right answer is.
Sonoma has really, really small fire lanes, like every other place. Button Willow, High Plains.
MSR is tight in some places.
No, MSR is their entire paddock layout is a disaster.
Correct.
Their fire lanes are tiny. Small. Their layouts are terrible and weird shaped. It's it's awful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every place needs to be New Hampshire. How much room do you want?
Well, and they're made for that, though. That's the thing. Is like you
Road
have some
Atlanta's
tracks that
usually pretty good.
Road America.
Road America. It's awesome.
Which zip code would you like to park in? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're used to having big rigs. So that's the problem is you don't bring the big rigs into some of these, or that's not what they're designed for. Then they don't have the space for it. Yeah. You smash everything into the little attic.
So I think it worked out. It took a little longer than normal.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a challenge. And I think, looking back at it, it would have been easier for us to send more cars down. Like it was 5 cars, let them clear, and then send the next 5. Like it should have been 5 cars and then send another car and then send another car and then send another car. So
but you're doing them you were doing one by one for a while, weren't you?
Groups. So they're groups of 5,
okay.
but one by one, because it was where do you want to go? And then like radio the guy, hey, Tom in A, you've got this big rig coming, blah, blah, blah. So it was a lot. It was a lot.
Now, but as I understand it, you guys made that plan up literally on the spot.
Yeah. When they told us at 4:30,
not a terrible execution for something you had to come up with on the fly.
Hey, we're not moving the K wall. Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks for the notice. We're going to put a giant wall across the middle of the paddock.
Thanks, Dick.
Awesome. Yeah. Appreciate you. November 22nd.
I think overall load in just has to be earlier. It's got it just, I mean, I know we were at the mercy of the track, but the same thing happened at MSR, was just the late. When you start that late, you end up doing things in the dark, and it's chaos. And then the people that think they're late are just, stacking up everywhere. You don't have enough people to put everywhere because you're still doing.
And it's dangerous. Like it's dangerous.
It is.
Yeah.
Like you've got people coming in vehicles they can't see real well, while pedestrians are setting things up and
walking around.
It's dangerous.
And it's not like half these racers aren't already frazzled because the car wasn't ready and it got late to, they got put into the trailer.
Or they're pissed because they've
half
been
a day
waiting.
late and they had to drive halfway across California, and then
they just drove there from Canada.
Yeah. They just drove there from Canada.
Yeah. And they've been sitting for 8 hours waiting for to be the first person in line.
Yeah.
And
having hot dogs and beverages.
Right. Yeah. And now you're supposed to go unload. Yeah. I think.
All right. So I think we beat that.
It was better when they just let us all get drunk at Walmart.
Give us your opinion in the.
That wasn't better. Because then Friday morning was like the same chaos in the day. So I don't know that Walmart that night was better.
Then you get to be Drunk Thursday. So
Fair.
Sure.
So 144 cars. We knew this was going to be a challenge, even with 5 judges. And we started an hour early.
Yeah, we started at 11 and we actually kept up. I think we maintained pace pretty good. We didn't have a ton of teams that did lengthy productions, which certainly helped us.
Well, that's a shame for you.
But they did short ones. There were a bunch of teams.
Yeah,
that
we
did
had lots of good
things.
presentations.
Yeah,
but
no.
if you've got a 30-minute theatrical thing to go on,
we're that guy, so that's why I'm saying that it's sad for you, because we're usually the people.
But it was good.
We do try to tone it down on busy days, like we make it shorter.
So yeah, if you have an epic theme, but you notice that it is like well over 100 cars, start sprinkling it throughout the entire day.
Yeah. And the teams are great. I think we had, so of the number, we gave out, this is a crazy number, wristbands, which are drivers and crew. So all blue bands, was over 700.
Wow.
We had over 540 drivers.
Wow.
And
130 of
rookies.
Wow.
1 in 5 cars at the race was likely to have a rookie in the seat.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
How many how many cars of rookies? Do you know that number? Like we had 13 cars of just full rookies.
I want to 13.
Say, we might have talked about it last week. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's still
several
these numbers
pure
are,
rookie teams.
It was a lot.
These numbers are crazy. Crazy.
Great. Love it. Love you, rookies.
Yes, totally.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, your rookies aren't the problem.
Yeah. So we had, was it 8 total teams that got 3 flags in a day?
Yeah, we did not have a lot of. We were busy, and you could almost predict when it was going to happen. A bunch of cars would all get busted for the same thing, but we did not have a lot of abusers.
Yeah.
No, people were getting the message earlier.
Blown away by. So good on them.
But you're talking about your favorite bribe, because the bribe game at Sonoma was stunning.
It was good.
Like, and not just, here's a case of beer. We got beer, but it was, hey, this is a craft brew from where we're from. This is, some actual thought put into it.
Some people must have gotten the message for you guys.
Yeah.
We had 5 cases of wine show up.
From 5 different teams, and they were all like
back at Tim's truck now. It's amazing.
A local wine.
No, I shared.
No.
5 cases of wine. Yeah.
Like everybody was coming by like, oh, I'll take one of each. That was impressive. We had one team was they did a Fallout. So they brought the limited edition Jones Soda Fallout branded Nuka-Colas, which nobody took home. So I brought into work today.
Is it a yellow box?
This guy in the yellow box.
In the yellow box, yeah.
Yeah.
They look disgusting. I think we left them on the floor.
Jones Soda is really good. These are actually really good.
Yeah, but they were gross colors.
Well, only one. The only one's blue. The other 2 is like a cola-colored sarsaparilla.
Purple, yeah.
So, but...
the game that I talked about specifically in our gift giving guide with the bumper car RC cars.
Yes.
Showed up. Thank you, listeners.
Now in the penalty box. Now in the penalty bin, it will travel across the country. And during the potluck, we actually had one of the kids like literally came over so polite. May I play with these? So I had to like take them out of the box, put the batteries in them, and then he spent the night driving them into people's shoes. And what we didn't know is if you hit them hard enough, the driver's head pops off.
Oh, that's
awesome. A design feature. That's not a failure.
Fantastic.
So awesome.
But what was your favorite bribe?
Well, I think the one you took home.
Yeah, I was gonna say I took your favorite bribe home.
Yeah, you wanna like bring your game. You know what you can bring? MF and turbo. Yeah. Bribe us with a turbo.
Just just a turbo?
A turbo.
Fully functional, spins freely, no noise.
Or
What are
if
you
it
gonna-
fits a solstice.
What are you going to do with it?
It's a tiny turbo.
What's he going to do with it?
I'll give you one good guess what it's going to go on.
It's purple.
Yeah. A formerly supercharged Formula SAE car. Now it's going to be turbo. Yeah. My favorite bribe is we had not one, two teams that are sponsored by full up high-end companies that make very pricey handcrafted marital aids.
Oh, okay.
One of them opened up the case full of these marital aids, much nicer versions of the ones you hurl across the paddock, Chrissy. And they had dry ice. So they were smoking and had like this aura of presentation.
What?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, quite. And these were some impressive and somewhat intimidating. I did not feel very adequate compared to most of these devices.
Great.
And they came with instructions about which ones could not go into a butt. And I learned why. So, yeah, the way to tell that if a marital aid belongs into your butt is it has a much bigger base, so it doesn't get pushed all the way in with no means to removal. I learned that at dinner. And then the other one, these were
show notes are writing themselves.
No, I know. I just started them. There you go.
The other one was these were high-end USB Bluetooth capable marital aids that vibrate and do things.
High tech.
High tech. Like
tech.
they have websites and specific inspirational films that will sync up with your marital aid for men and women.
Okay.
Yep.
There were more than a few happy staff members to share in the bribes.
Not just Lemon staff members. There's some Sonoma folks that introduced some fun in the bedroom that weekend.
Wow. Okay.
But
good to know.
These weren't like sketchy ones that they bought out of like the creepy, adult shop next to the freeway. These were like, no kidding, high end, well made.
These are like $80 to $100 a piece.
Well, you know what?
And they had 2 bags of them.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should go to the creepy one on the side of the highway to get the one to replicate the one that we're allowed to throw because, you can't throw these guys. The ones you're looking at, you can't throw them. So that's why you have to throw our favorite one because that one will
hurt you. $14 on Amazon.
Yeah, these are all getting used for their intended purpose. These are
that's no fun.
These are
I bet a bunch of people
highly technical racecraft.
I bet the gate guard that was helping the Lemon staffer has a completely different opinion on whether or not it was fun.
Fine. Okay, fine. Your definition and my definition of fun are different.
But it was so many of these bribes, like just thought out, original, creative. It was just really cool. A bunch of handcrafted stuff, bunch of great food for the potluck. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it was really good. And then Saturday. So Saturday, the puppets took over. So the staff of judges, we were 5. He got Corey's sandwich.
Corey forgot the sandwich.
Corey.
There's no way I was leaving this sandwich to Sonoma. I totally brought the sandwich home. Sandwich is part of Lemons now. Sandwich will go nowhere.
Wow.
Mental had a mental puppet.
Seen the mental puppet. Yep.
Which was great because unlike Tom Webb brought amazing puppets. He brought a princess. He brought a detective. He brought a policeman, all of which got a lot of I use the detective most of the day Sunday. Most of which you can use like a normal voice. But he made a Kim Harmon puppet that was on point, like orange poofy jacket and like the multicolored ballerina skirt. Like it was awesome. And he was like being Kim most of the weekend. And it was amazing. So Kim, she was there in spirit, even though she was at the Scrotium, she was at Sonoma in spirit.
Yeah.
And Tom's voice lasted one day, and then he couldn't talk anymore. And he was like, "You guys have to do this for the rest of the weekend. I'm toast." So that was fun. We had 2 black flag alls. One was for
2 on Saturday.
We're just on Saturday. Just on Saturday. We had a crash coming out of the S's in turn 8, which is a spot I talked about. And it was the red Rusty's MR2. We don't have all the details, but it sounds like he was out on the right. Things got spicy. There was either a little bump or maybe he dropped a wheel. And next thing you know, he's across the track to the left, straight into the wall, going probably 100. Car was, as Corey said, he went over to look at it as the tech guy, and he goes, I looked at it, and then, the suspension was a little mangled on one side, but the frame rails looked good. And then we looked underneath the car, and the floor of the car was was waved.
Oh, no.
And they hit so hard that the transmission got shoved into the motor, and all of that was garbage.
Okay.
So don't know if they're going to try to revive the shell and put all the bits back together. I wouldn't if I was them. But that was a pretty nasty one. The second one,
he got a ride in the ambulance, but everyone was very happy to hear that he was fine.
Yeah. The second one was an oil down, and that was when the Love grenaded its motor in turn 7.
You're that guy.
Yep, he's the guy. Well, if you're going to do it spectacularly. So
I guess.
Good on him.
I guess.
I was I got to drive Paul's 41 Ford, which has an LQ9 swap in it, and it is they did a Lemons World episode on it. Hella cool. I literally went to their paddock. We're on the radio with Paul to come in, and I'm about to go to the pit wall to fuel it, and boom, flag drops, black flag all. But I went in the car. Car's great. Ergonomics, I think, are a little. I don't love him. He designed the seat. First cage build he did. He put seat placement, did the cage, did it with his helmet off, which was a mistake because now when you sit in the car, your head's kind of forward just a little bit. So I'd love to see him change that a little bit, but otherwise, car's fantastic. And mental, you rambled on a little bit on Saturday, didn't you?
It's great. Yeah. So I got to hop in the Ramble. It belongs to Stephanie Osborne now, the dang old Transmero team. And, by the time it finished its career and what Albert's done to it, that is just a damn good car. It's not going to snap your neck. It's not going to be amazing. It is solid. It's predictable. You leave it in 4th almost the entire track. You barely have to downshift. It can stop. It can turn. And drove it around the track right up until the battery started to die because they have the alternator and switch and forgot to tell me. So it started to die. Yeah, then I had to cut across.
You're like, what is wrong? Why is it doing this?
And I'm like, crap. As soon as I pulled in, they're like, oh, hey, sounds like the battery. Did we tell them to turn it on? Oops. But I do want to do this real quick just to talk about how epic this Chem puppet was. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this was one of the videos that we made.
You don't have to hear it.
Just
watch.
Yeah, you don't need to hear it. All you need to see is, there's the Chem puppet right there. And so, then Chem puppet is talking to Mental Puppet, who, clearly didn't do something she needed done because he's drinking a margarita. That's what Mental Puppet does a lot. And so she has to then deal with this problem and not getting the solution she wants. So she has to turn to the other puppet, who then she realizes is a sandwich.
He's like, I can't help you. I'm a sandwich.
It's like the sandwich is as big as Kim. Like, that's a huge sandwich. Can you show the sandwich in comparison to Mental?
All right. So, here is sandwich.
I mean, this is not great audio. Sorry.
No, it's great. But there's
my
sandwich.
God.
He's big. And here's
the sandwich is the size of Mental's actual head.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So it started out as kind of a joke, and then we just kept leaning into it. And Tom built these cool things, and we made all these great puppets. and we tested it because we told no one. No one knew that we were going to pure puppets. That was all penalties. Saturday and Sunday were administered by
except
puppets.
for any listeners, no?
Well, yeah, but
We talked about it on the show.
The first guy comes in, and we got 10 black flags in the first 15 minutes, and first guy comes in, and he's already a little, this is bullshit. I'm a
good.
One of those ones where he wants to
love
start spitting out his resume and why he's such a good driver and his bullshit that he should be here. And Tim sits down next to him in the window, pulls up Dazzle and starts talking. Guy lost it, just started laughing. It defuses everything except for we found the one situations where the puppets did not make it better. Is a guy comes in and we've got a puppet on his right and another puppet comes in the window on his left, and he has a slight meltdown because he's like, I don't like puppets. I really don't like puppets. Puppets go away.
Wow.
There was one guy, he starts laughing like before anyone says anything. I think Tom stuck the puppet head in there, and this guy starts cracking up, and Tom's like, I didn't even say anything yet. And he's like, no, you don't understand. I made puppets for a living for like 15 years. Like, what?
You found out so much.
So much.
Yeah. Wow.
You're going to see puppets in the penalty box again. It was too effective.
So fun.
Well, that's good.
Then
all right,
Sunday,
so Saturday, yeah.
That was Saturday. Had a great potluck. It was cold, so people didn't hang around for a long time. But
we did have another super awesome Honda meet and another super awesome punk themed Lotus band concert.
Oh, fun!
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Sunday, we kicked things off with what was it, 2 hours? It ended up being 2 hours. It's pretty close to that.
Yeah, we had fog delay.
So cars and coffee for 2 hours, which turned out to be actually a lot of fun. It sucks for the people that want to race. But I think the spectators and the people that weren't actually supposed to get in the race car had a good time. Everyone was like talking to each other, looking at cars. People had the hoods open. It was really cool.
Kind of like it forces everyone out of their narrow, we have to deal with this car mentality, because there's nothing pressing, there's nothing you have to fix, there's no deadline you have to meet. So then you actually get to start talking to your fellow racers. It was wonderful. We would love to do it every time if we could make it happen, but very few paddocks are set up to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or hot pits rather. But yeah, it was a great time. That was just truly chill. Yeah.
So we had our normal, steady flow of people coming in into the penalty box. Nothing too egregious. Saturday was a little crashier than Sunday, I think, except for the leaders of the overall race. They were driving a little aggressively and rear-ended somebody and came into penalty with ratchet straps on their hoods, where they were immediately told that negative Ghost Rider, you need to make that a little bit better. So they had to go back and bolt the hood down, and that essentially cost them the lead of the race. But we had 2 black flag alls. I actually don't know what either one of them were for. Do you, Mental, on Sunday?
Yeah, it was the other oil down, another oil on the track, and then somebody went off and they had to repair the walls on the track. It was that situation. So they had moved something, so they had to send the forklift and everything out there to straighten that out. So
and then I got in the Rambler once again. I go over to get in the Rambler. Neil Losi is in the car. He drives off of the track, and just as he exits the track goes quiet. Black flag all. So I am apparently the problem. I'm the guy.
You're the problem. It's you.
I'm the problem.
2 things to highlight. We had Jessica, who has come out there a couple of years, and she gives massages, and she's not a deep tissue massage therapist. She is there's a word for it, but I'm not smart to remember what it is, but she does nerve. So she will literally place like just a finger on one part of your spine and then start working on your range of motion. That was amazing. And she was there, and she donates a lot of her work on there. Of course, we had Erica, the welder, who put like 3 cars back onto the track. And there was a new team. They were kind of on our radar for all the wrong reasons. This Acura Integra shows up and it's way too racy, way too pretty, way too cheaty. And,
didn't finish the weekend that way though.
No, it did not. So during penalty or during the BS inspection, these guys bust out probably $500-$600 worth of alcohol, like high end, super high end. Like one of the tequilas they gave me, I told them I really feel guilty about this. Not too guilty to take it. So I totally did. It's awesome and it's in my house. But the scotch that they showed up with too and the bourbon, they were like
they had a Macallan 18 and a Bushmills 21. Those are the three rock stars they brought to the party.
What?
Yeah.
Big time.
But
which was great because they got 4 black flags. Yeah. So good for them.
Yeah. It was a learning curve to get them to, make the jump from track day heroes to Lemons racers. And their car was looking less and less pretty by the end of the day. They got to do sexy car wash with the Tojan, and their response, this is how we knew, they're probably going to be just fine. He's like, well, do I get to do it with my shirt off? So yeah. All right. You're going to be just fine. This was the heroic thing. So Sunday, their car was sitting a little low, and they ripped their exhaust off, and it's hanging for the end. So we get black flag, and they come in. Hey, you got to clear that off. So they come in, and they're like, "Hey, we cleared it. We need to get it tech inspected." And the exhaust is now just coming right out of the header, and there it empties under the car. And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry that you can't do this. I've got to have exhaust. It has to enter behind this. You're going to kill the driver. And
Ask me how I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I said, there was less than 40 minutes left in the day. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, man. I can't send you out like this. And he just, okay. Who do I know? I could hear him, like he's verbalizing his talking, and they put the car over there, and he runs and goes, finds another Honda team. And at 10 after the race ended at 4:30, 10 after 4, dude rocks up there with an exhaust. It's loud as hell. It's probably not like, vapor proof in most places.
Yeah, you're just going to kill
it if
like
they didn't get an exhaust
while
on there and got the car out there to take the checker. So shit hot.
Yep.
Only a little death. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it wasn't long enough.
You'll
for
feel
death.
better soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. You have all week to recover.
You get a whole day to drive home.
I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell you I told him that story, but they heard the story. And then the car builder got in the car and went, holy crap, there's exhaust in here. We got to stop.
Got it. I know that story.
All right. Well, that's enough about the West Coast. What about the East Coast?
All right. So on Thursday, like I said, I picked some people up at the airport. We chilled. Load-in started at 2:00. It was awesome. We just had we had our paddock guy, and we brought a couple cars down, and there was no line. It was awesome. I'm not even being sarcastic. It was like actually awesome. So load-in was easy. Thursday was easy. I didn't remember what we did. We all went to an Italian restaurant that's like a tradition for Kim. So that was fun. Went to dinner.
Did you eat all the garlic?
Oh, you're familiar with the garlic.
Oh, yeah. All the garlic.
Dude, the garlic is a lot. Okay, so I'll tell the story quick. So this restaurant prides themselves on how much garlic they have. So we kept asking each other how much garlic we can consume. They bring these little rolls out. They're little, I'm making a little ball with my hand. They're about that big. They're already covered in butter and just all the chopped garlic you could want. And then Kim asks for a bowl of chopped garlic to go. And this is just kind of like the stuff that you get in a jar, right? So it's kind of liquidy and but it's just the actual chunks of garlic. And so Richard and Kim, and then other people start playing along. The tip is you get this little ball of dough, you press down the middle to make a little valley. You add more garlic into the little valley, and you eat it.
Yes.
And people like when you used to go to Olive Garden and you thought it was okay, and you get the unlimited breadsticks and you just keep eating them. That's what happened with these balls of garlic. and they were like, you couldn't stand, like you could feel the person next to you, like you didn't have to sweat, you could just like feel it coming out of the person.
It took 2 days for me to get rid of all the garlic that I consumed after
they were
that last year.
They were talking about like, okay, well, even if you brushed your teeth now, it's not going to help because we've already consumed that much garlic. I didn't realize you went to the garlic place. So this was the talk of Thursday, but everybody had a good time. We had it was fun. And then Friday we came and I was in HQ with Janice, and then Richard of Kim and Richard was the event manager. So, but he was also helping with HQ, and then we had Russell Paswell. He was there as well. So 4 of us were helping. We were doing swag and HQ for driver check-in. And then we also did the test day. So that added another level of, are you testing? Here's the driver's meeting. Like I said, we had a bunch of whole cars of rookies. So Richard was doing drivers meetings, just trying to make sure people knew what they were doing, especially if they were a whole rookie team. So so Friday was busy just with getting drivers wristbands. And then, and of course we were up the hill. So if you're familiar with Road Atlanta, the tech shed is where our gear tech, transponders, all that good stuff, and BS tech. That's where all that happened. And then you had to trek all the way up the hill in the little building that was right past the gas stations is where we were in for HQ. So people would often trek up and say, I'm ready for my gear tech. And we'd be like, got to go down the hill. So people were not too happy about that, but it was really, it was nice and warm. So we were good. But Friday and Saturday were pretty warm. So it wasn't too bad. And then Sunday was disgustingly cold. I have to give a shout out to Tim. Tim is a dedicated listener who came by and did one of those. Chrissy? Oh, I recognize your voice. So I gave him a bunch of stickers. So hi, Tim. Thanks for listening. He was like, oh, I didn't listen this week. And I was like, it doesn't matter because it was Sonoma. So you won't know. I was like, I think he said, I listened to the Atlanta, but I didn't listen to Sonoma. I was like, it doesn't matter as long as you listen to the track walk for Atlanta. That's all that matters. So Friday was good. We had a couple, we were all in the hotel together. So basically if we would go out to dinner Friday night, and then Saturday night too, but we went, most of the party was in the lounge, like where you eat breakfast of this hotel. They're very good about the people at the desk do not care what happens in the lounge of this hotel. So basically we bring all of the bribes back and just, take all of their coffee cups and just do shots out of the coffee cups. So basically we just pass around whatever liquor we had. Janice and I went next door to the gas station and got some beer. And so we were just passing all of those around. And so whatever people brought dinner, or we went to get ice cream the one night and brought the ice cream back. So, and as all of the staff comes in, basically you drop your stuff in your room, come back down and have a party. So every night there was an after party in the lobby, which was kind of nice. And then Saturday, so I was back up in HQ, again, far away from everybody. So we were determined to sell all of our swag, because it's the end of the season. There were some shirts that had the normal sizes, but plenty of them started to get to be like 2 and 3X. And like by Sunday, people came in Sunday afternoon and they're like, I need a shirt for my daughter. And you're like, 2X, 3X. They're like, no, but why don't you have any sizes? Like last day of the race and last race of the season. So why do you think, like, we have some that were just never coming back again, whatever. People were pissed on Sunday. And Janice told them, we were like, you should get it on Friday because you'll have the sizes that you have things that you need. So we were basically sold out of everything.
Step one, always listen to Janice.
Truth. Janice is the best human being on earth. We had such a good time. We talked the whole time, which was great. So we had fun. On Saturday for the race. So I didn't see much of the race. All I could see was a little, not much of the downhill. So turn 12, as you come to the downhill. So basically we could see pit out. So we didn't see much. So we basically say it's quiet. Well, haven't seen a car in a while. I guess there's a red flag. So we had 2 red flags instead of, we did not have any black flag all. So we did red flags instead. So we had 2 black flag alls, we had 2 red flags. One of them was an oil down the track, trying to get home, turn 1 to turn 7 or something stupid of oil down the track. So they just stopped everybody on track to clean that up. And then we also had another instance where I don't remember what corner it was. I don't think it was the hill. That 2 cars were basically blocking the whole track, and they either contact or something, and they were both stopped on track right in the middle of it. So we red flagged for that as well. So nothing too big on Saturday for red flags, which was great. And yeah, we had normal racing, so it was good. We had a interesting potluck. It was a potluck that it was very, very meat heavy. Very. It was Ranger Road connected with somebody else, and I don't remember what their team name is. So we had a great group of people that did like smash burger, which was awesome. Had a bunch of like random, like a couple things of soup, couple things of pulled meats, and 1 thing of brisket, and like that's it. So it was kind of light, but if you were a vegetarian, you didn't eat anything. Truth. Like truth. I don't know what people ate because there was no carbs, there was no salads, there was no nothing else. So it also wasn't advertised super well. So thank you for people that showed up. But there was a bunch of teams that were fully, like we had a whole group of people that were in holiday gear. So they had all of the blow ups for all of the holidays. They gave out all kinds of little lights that had candy canes, and we had a ton of candy canes everywhere. So some people were trying to deck out in and I guess go for a HMG, but we had a Madacrap car, so out of Madagascar. Everybody's was dressed up as those characters, so they were having a good time. So yeah, it was a big party. It was just the food was okay. And then Saturday was really warm, so it was pretty awesome. So everybody was on our side was, lacking jackets. Yeah, it was a nice party atmosphere on Saturday night. Sunday got so windy. So it was probably somewhere between 30 and 40. But it was one of those like tree bending, flags were like flying off of the poles kind of wind. So it was so we basically like bribed people to come up to HQ to go buy stuff because it was so windy and cold. People would walk in the door and go, "Oh, it's great in here." So we were like, "Yes, we will charge you if you would like to sit here." And some people just came to like talk. So fortunately, we were close with all of the judges, and we told them to like send people up the hill and like do their theme for us because we don't see people. So unless you wanted to buy something, it was easy to sell out of beanies. Basically, people were like, we need a koozie. And I was like, your head looks cold. You should get a beanie. And they're like, yeah, I'll have a beanie too. Done. No problem. So Sunday was cold, windy. The big thing we had was a bad rollover all the way down the hill. So basically, it was a rookie team, rookie protege, a lovely group of young men, and somebody basically hit them in the back. I think it was pretty much a tank slapper. I don't think I've seen any videos or pictures. I did send you guys the pictures from the actual car. Basically, somebody got hit in the back, tank slapper. It hit one of the wheels, hit the grass, and started rolling. I think it rolled 6 times, barrel roll. Dante actually saw it happen and said that it got airborne. I feel like if stuff like that, I'm like, I would need like, I couldn't close my eyes if I was in something like that. So I can't.
There's video posted on it already.
Oh, is there? I did not see it.
Gary the Snail's got a really good in-camera view of it.
It's not good in camera. It's not.
It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. So I mean, the car looked bent up. The guy walked away. So I think he was seen on the scene and then was still around because I think I heard him talking about the story. So good. Glad. It looked like the car was well made enough, but I mean, every single panel was bent to look like it went through the crusher. As like that's how that car
was chewed on by Truckosaurus.
Yes. Yeah. So that was the notable thing that happened. Yeah, for the most part, it was good. So Sunday, we just tried to help clean up I did a whole lot of the stickers to all the packages that need to be shipped out, and kind of did HQ organizational stuff for everybody because Richard, the event manager, was running Tippy Tap, so he was busy doing other things. We had pretty awful bribes overall, just like really lots of not great beer, a couple bottles of stuff that was pretty good. A lot of random stuff, like somebody brought us a child-size backpack full of Cheetos that were the bag like dumped into it. So it's not like it was like fun size bags of Cheetos. It was just like stick your hand in and get some Cheetos.
Put your hand in the kid's backpack. It's fine.
Lots of those sugar cookies with the gross icing on top that like no one really likes. We had like a lot of them. And so I don't know what's up with the Atlanta bribes, but like
Sonoma wins.
Oh,
we had an
absolutely.
Too, by the way.
Oh, we did.
I heard. I saw that. I saw that on the internet.
Big one. A big one.
What the hell? I think you had like 3 in a row or something. But we actually didn't have enough beer to drink on Saturday after the race. I mean, we had it, but like if you like Chickalobe, it's fine. I think we left a thing of Budweiser and a thing of.
You didn't even get any Coors. Come on.
I think we might have gotten Coors, and I don't think we put it in the fridge because nobody wanted it. There was a big case of Yingling, and that all went. Yeah, like we were fighting over the beers that were left in the fridge, and there was still a pile of beer on the ground. So yeah, it was pretty sad. Like when we went to our meeting on Friday night, we basically said like, this is the beer that we have left. Yikes. So yeah, pretty sad, gotta say.
We bought some Coors on Thursday night, and then we were gifted a 6-pack of Coors Banquet beer from somebody.
So hey, that's
we had lots of Coors
made right here in Golden, Colorado.
Yeah.
But, that one was the checker flag beer. And then we even left some of that. And I gave it to I knew some of the Skip Barber instructors that were setting up Sunday. And I'm like, hey, you guys want some beer? Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't have anything left. And even just like this, snacks, we didn't have a whole lot. So, yeah, but we got the peanut butter for Janice, and that's where the peanut butter came from. Table, so.
Important things.
Important things. Yeah. So overall, a great time. It was a shame to be so far from everybody else. So like, B Train and Craigers and Chris Champion, we're all down having fun. It was busy, I think, but it was kind of coming in and rude. Coming in waves. So there's plenty of times where everybody was sitting around. So that was not too bad. But so I think we managed okay with 4. Tech was pretty rough, trying to get everybody through tech. They were a little on the slower side, but got everybody done by 5. So we had Jesus 2-hour actually on Sunday. So that was, that took up plenty of time, and we just all kind of sat around and then started racing again. So yeah, I feel like I had a much different view than what happened actually, because I was holed up in a warm spot up the hill, but yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Cool. Super cool.
Super cool.
Super cool.
Well, there it is. The end of the 2025 lemon season.
Womp womp.
Yep.
But we're only like 7 weeks from Barber.
Totally.
So
yeah. End of January. I should probably have started a countdown. So yes.
Yep.
Like a month and then some.
Awesome.
Well, great. Well, thanks for telling us your story. Sounded exciting. Sound like you win, which we knew that you would win, but that's okay.
All right. Next year we'll get you out here. It'll be fantastic.
Oh, okay.
So many puppets.
What
are we talking about next week?
It's funny you should mention that, because next week we have Jeff Zisilis, and he is with Race Pro Setup. What is Race Pro Setup, you ask? Well, there are any number of virtual driving aids that'll help you get faster on the track. What does this one do? This one helps you set up your car. This is not some group of app developers out in Silicon Valley. They are Northeast HPDE and endurance racer types, and they have built this setup, and he's going to come talk all about it. It is for track drivers by enthusiasts. It gives you vehicle specific results, and it analyzes over 100 data points. You put it in before and after each time you go on the track, and it can actually get all through this. He is also probably going to give you a discount code to help you set this up for next year. So while your car is
I'd love to
sitting up
save.
on jack stands and you're getting ready for Barber, this guy has got you ready to go. So we are going to ask him all kinds of questions. There's a $3 3-day free trial if you want. It's $20 a month. They even have just weekend passes for $10. Anything on there. I'm actually really excited about this, how they do it, how they track it. I think it's pretty cool, especially when you have something made by gearheads for gearheads. I think it's an inherently better product.
Love it.
Ooh, cool.
Can't wait. Can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Well, until next week.
Till next week, folks. Be safe. Be nice to each other.
Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, and building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up, unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels down.